Hi everybody! Today I'm going to talk to you about this sign behind me that says, animals are here with us, not for us. So what does that mean exactly? Well, it also says on the sign, become vegan. And so, from a vegan perspective, one tries as hard as possible with everyday situations to do the least harm when it comes to animals. So that means if you're on vacation and you have a choice to go somewhere that involves a place where animals are treated badly, you choose not to go there. For example, you won't go to a zoo because a zoo is basically a prison for animals. They're kept confined, they're taken away from families, and if you wouldn't want to be in a zoo, then don't go and support a zoo. As somebody once pointed out, children can learn all they need to know without going to a zoo. Think about it. How much do children actually know about dinosaurs? A lot, even though they've never seen one in real life, because they can learn from books and videos, and there is so much information out there about all animals. There's no need to go and stand and stare at them when they're trapped behind bars. The same goes for the circus. Do not support circuses. Circuses consist of animals that are treated badly, again, forced to perform tricks that they don't want to do, but they only do them because otherwise they will either get hit or they will get no food. So if you wouldn't want somebody to hit you or take away food from you and force you to do things, then don't do that to animals. The same thing as places such as SeaWorld and Marineland. Most people who love whales and dolphins think to themselves, oh, I can't wait to see them up close. But don't. Don't support those places, because if you go, you're basically giving money, and the more money that you give, the more they will take whales and dolphins out of the oceans and keep putting them in these swimming pools for a lifetime of torture. They are used to living and being with their families and swimming miles and miles. So if you wouldn't want somebody to do that to you, to take you from your family, then don't do it to dolphins and whales. The same goes for food that you eat. If you wouldn't want somebody to forcefully impregnate you, I think about myself and imagine if I was born into the body of a cow, which I wasn't, but just by some fluke. I'm lucky I'm born here in Canada in this body, and because of society's rules, I get treated pretty well. But if I was born into the body of a female, a cow, what would they do to me? Well, they would force me to be pregnant. So they would rape me and force sperm inside of me and force me to be pregnant. And then, when my baby's born, they would take it away if it was a boy and kill it. And people would eat my baby. And my milk would be given to other people, stolen from me, essentially turning me into a machine. Animals are here with us, not for us. So if you wouldn't want that done to you, then don't do it to another sentient being. The same goes for pigs. Pigs are also raped and forced to be in confined spaces. When they have their babies, they can't even turn around and take care of those babies. They don't have a relationship with them, and the babies are left on concrete floors or on metal floors, and they have a life of misery. And if they're born and they're not perfect, somebody takes them and smacks them against a wall and kills them by injuring their head. Isn't that awful? Can you imagine if someone did that to your baby? Can you imagine if somebody did that to you because you weren't born perfect? Chickens. Apparently more than 90% of the animals that are eaten are chickens. Now most people think, chicken, I don't care about a chicken. Chicken is just a bird that's stupid. But you know what? My eyes were opened up because I managed on the internet to find somebody who loved chickens and took care of them and filmed them. And gradually over time, I kind of started to understand chickens, that they have personalities and they're individuals and they like to cuddle. And they don't want to be hurt in the same way that you wouldn't want to be hurt. Because chickens, they're not here for us. They're on the planet to be with us. So what right do we have to force them to be raped and then to kill them when they're just babies, a couple of months old, to eat them when we can eat so many other things? Chickpeas and lentils and beans and rice and all of these things do not cost a lot of money, and they involve no cruelty. So why not choose those options if you can? Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Most vegans have a hard time at work and in places when they go out and there's not enough vegan options yet. And so they're made to feel like they're kind of stupid or weird or like there's some sort of religious cult. But we're not. We're just people who care a lot about animals. And we understand that they're here on the planet to be with us. They're not here for us as our slaves. Another thing I realized in much later on is that even something like the idea of riding a horse. Now, most people who ride horses love horses, but I came across an author and somebody who takes care of horses whose name is Ren Hurst, like R-E-N Hurst. And she taught me that horses do not want to be ridden. That's us, who take it upon ourselves to go on their backs and ride them, but their spines are not designed for us. Their spines belong to them. We have no right to ride a horse in the same way that you wouldn't want somebody to force you to go down and to somebody to ride on your back and tell you where to go. So if you really love animals, the best thing that you can do is leave them alone. Don't support zoos. Don't support Marineland. Don't support circuses. Don't ride horses. Don't eat animals. Don't drink milk, which is stolen from a mother cow, which was meant for her baby. I mean, think about it. Would you drink human milk? If you knew that milk came out of my breasts and was on a shelf, would you drink it? Most people would say, no, that's weird. But isn't it just as weird to imagine yourself going underneath a cow and drinking that milk? Think about it. It makes no sense. That milk isn't for us. It is not for us. Animals are not here for us. They are here with us. I hope that this video helped you to understand what vegans think about, how we feel, and I want to add one more thing. My motto is vegan from now on. That means if you still have leather shoes or a jacket that's made with feathers, it doesn't mean that you can't become vegan. Of course you can. It just means that from now on you will stop buying any new products, any new dead animals, any new animal skins. No more fur. You can start. You too, you can be vegan from now on, today, this minute even. And when you do decide to become vegan, please contact me and let me know, and I will help you in any way that I can. Thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.